Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. Cyclone Biparjoy has hit the Gujarat coast with extremely heavy rainfall and strong wind. A cyclone that has been classified as very severe cyclone. And over 1 lakh people have been evacuated from different parts of Kachchh and Saurashtra in Gujarat, including over 200 pregnant women. The eye, meaning the center of the cyclone, is 50 kilometers wide, which is on the larger side. And according to Met officials, this would mean likely less damage when, say, compared to the cyclone that hit Gujarat coast 3 years ago. NDRF, Army, Navy teams have all been deployed. Their focus is going to be the post-cyclone disaster. Commercial operations at Gujarat's Jamnagar airport have been suspended till Friday. My colleague Priyanshi right now is at the IMD office in Delhi. Priyanshi, what is the update in terms of the cyclone? What are we expecting in terms of the devastation or the magnitude of the impact of the cyclone?
Well, Sneha, as you mentioned that the officials of the NDRF are trying to rescue people there in Gujarat. Here I can show you that the Met Department officials here in the national capital at the IMD headquarters are monitoring the cyclone, because even though the cyclone has made a landfall in Gujarat's Kachchh, it's not over yet. The cyclone is going to continue till the 17th of June, and that's when it will finally decimate in the state of Rajasthan, according to what the Met officials have told us. Now, let me just show you what has happened till now. The cyclone Biparjoy has made a landfall in Gujarat's Kachchh. It has hit the Kachchh port in Gujarat, as you can see in these visuals. This is the cyclone, and it has hit the Kachchh port in Gujarat, which is here. So after this is where the Kachchh port is. So this is the moment of the landfall that we are showing you, that the cyclone made at the Kachchh port. And after this, it will go in this direction, and it will reach Rajasthan by the 17th of June, where it is also likely to cause heavy wind and heavy rainfall. When we talk about the level of devastation that we're talking about and the intensity, the maximum speed of this cyclone Biparjoy, has been 125 kilometers per hour, according to the Met officials. And they say that the highest intensity has been reached of the highest wind speed of the cyclone has been reached, and now the cyclone is decimating, and it will reduce its intensity till the 17th of June, when it finally reaches Rajasthan. So we can safely say that the highest intensity of the cyclone is over. So that speed was 125 kilometers per hour. But when we compare the level of devastation to the previous few cyclones that Gujarat has seen, in 2021 we had the cyclone Tokte, which in comparison had a wind speed of around 180 kilometers per hour. That's much higher than the 125 kilometers per hour for cyclone Biparjoy, and that caused the deaths of close to 80 people. So that is why in this cyclone Biparjoy, we can expect damage that's less compared to cyclone Tokte that hit Gujarat 3 years ago. Even if we talk about the diameter of this entire cyclone, this is what we call the eye of the cyclone, which is hitting Gujarat's Kachchh port, and this diameter for this cyclone is around 50 kilometers, while in the case of cyclone Tokte, it was around 40 kilometers. So the higher the diameter, it means that the damage will be lesser. So that's why we are saying that this cyclone is likely to have a lesser impact. But still, the speed of 125 kilometers per hour is very high. It is capable of uprooting trees. The tides that are expected, the tides and the rainfall that are expected, that are capable of inundating low-lying areas. The Kachchh houses, some of the Pakka houses also can be destroyed because of a combination of this heavy rainfall and the high-speed winds as well. So there is going to be devastation of those houses, of those low-lying areas, the Kachchh houses as well. Trees are going to be uprooted, but the Met officials are confirming that while the maximum speed of the cyclone was 125 kilometers per hour, which was capable of doing all of this damage, by the morning of 16th June, the speed will come down to around 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, and that by then it won't be as damaging. But the peak of the damage is the midnight damage, is what the Met officials have said. Let's just listen in to what the IMD Director General told me just a short while ago.
the higher diameter of this cyclone as compared to cyclone Taute indicates that the intensity of the cyclone is less as compared to Taute. If we remember, Taute has the maximum wind speed of 180 km per hour when it hit the coast. But this cyclone, it is 115 to 125 km per hour, coasting to 140 km per hour. So therefore, about 40 to 50 kilometers wind speed less intense in this cyclone as compared to Taute cyclone.
Right, and NDTV has been reporting from ground zero. Here's what my colleagues Sohit as well as Tanushri sent from the ground.
Its impact is clearly visible on the coastal areas of Gujarat, from where around 1 lakh people have been rescued and shifted to a safe place. But yes, it is being said that for the next few hours there is going to be a lot of heavy rainfall, which will be accompanied with this heavy wind, which shows that the impact on the ground will be a lot. Ankit, let me also tell you, there is no electricity over here. No one knows when will the electricity be back, and in that case you have to spend the entire night without electricity in heavy rainfall with very heavy and strong winds, as you could see over here, and this is expected to continue for the next few hours. So yes, the eye of the storm, once it actually hits the coast, till then the impact will increase, and this is how it is going to be for the next few hours, especially in the coastal areas.
The worst impact is going to happen. Of course, are expecting that the impact is as less as possible, but if you see the wind speed, and I'm going to show you the visuals outside, it is the massive. It's increasing by each passing second. But right now we are inside the shelter home. About 200 to 250 people have been kept inside this shelter home. In fact, from cattle to people, and mostly women and children are here. We'll try and speak to them to get a word. दादा, अगर आप मुझे अपना नाम बता पाए तो।
मेरा नाम हसन जेबिन।
आपका कितना उम्र हो गया है?
40 वर्ष।
अच्छा, तो आप ये आज पहली बार तूफान देख रहे हैं गुजरात में, कि इससे भी पहले बहुत से इस तरीके के तूफान देखे?
कोई तूफान तो आवे ही छे, वरे आवे ही छे।
इस बार क्या ज्यादा नुकसान आप लोग को लग रहा है होगा?
ज्यादा लग रहा है।
ज्यादा लग रहा है। आप लोग कब से रह रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
3 दिन थे।
3 दिन हो गया। खाना पानी मिल रहा है आप लोग को?
खाना पानी सब मिल रहा है।
खाना पानी हो रहा है। आप लोग के जो कच्चे मकान हैं, क्या वो पूरी तरीके से टूट जाते हैं, ढह जाते हैं?
हाणे ओडा घरे त असीं वञो त असांखे ख़बर पए भेण।
And one of the major challenges during any cyclone, in particular this Cyclone Biparjoy, is the evacuation process. Over 1 lakh people have been evacuated. But among much of these evacuation operations, the vulnerable groups, including young children, seem to be really impacted. But here's a very heartening video which has been released by the Kachchh Collectorate. And you see, amid all the cyclone alerts and updates and evacuations, you have teachers who are engaging with small children at cyclone relief centers and shelter camps, singing nurseries and dancing with them. A psychological shield of sorts for small children. We hope the impact would be minimal on many, many more others who have been evacuated to relief shelters. But for now, time for a short break. And amid fresh instances of violence in Manipur, this time in Imphal, Manipur Chief Minister Biren Singh has said emotions are flying high, but peace will be restored and people will be involved in the peace process. Earlier, there were fresh instances of violence reported in Manipur. Houses were set on fire. Security forces had to fire tear gas shells as protesters and security forces were blocked in a confrontation. The violence erupted in Imphal's New Chekron neighborhood.
No, actually, it is everyone, most of the people are having some emotional feelings because someone has lost their near and dearest one, somebody has lost their property. So that kind of emotional, exaggeration is there. So immediately we cannot say everything will be okay. But you have seen with the efforts of the government, with the efforts of the masses, involving the peoples and the media friends mainly, now it is reducing and coming normalcy, I should say.
And wrestling body chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh will face sexual harassment and stalking charges. The Delhi police has confirmed after filing a 1,000-page report on its investigations into allegations that triggered massive protests by wrestlers. He will, however, not face stringent charges under the POCSO Act after the Delhi police sought the cancellation of a case filed by a wrestler who had earlier claimed she was a minor.
Charged with sexual assault, the controversial wrestling chief and BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has been booked under sexual offences by the Delhi police. After months of dramatic protests, at least 2 rounds of government meetings and a Supreme Court diktat, the Delhi police filed its charge sheet against Brij Bhushan following over a month of investigation. In its 1,000-page long charge sheet, the Delhi police has slammed Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh with charges of sexual harassment, stalking and outraging a woman's modesty, a non-bailable offence.
जो रसलर्स की कंप्लेंट पर केस रजिस्टर हुआ था उसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन कंप्लीट हुई है, तो उसके बाद हमने इसमें चार्जशीट है कंसर्न कोर्ट में फाइल कर दी है. इसमें सेक्शन 354, 354A और D इनके तहत हमने ब्रिज भूषण है उनके खिलाफ और मिस्टर विनोद तोमर है उनके खिलाफ भी 109, 354A, 354 एंड 506 IPC में चार्जशीट दाखिल कर दी है.
Some relief, however, for accused Brij Bhushan Singh as the Delhi police sought cancellation of the POCSO FIR filed by a wrestler's father, alleging that Singh sexually assaulted his minor daughter.
पॉक्सको में हमने कैंसिलेशन के लिए फाइल किया है. ये हमने बेस किया है जो कंप्लेनेंट हैं उनकी स्टेटमेंट पर और जो एलिज्ड विक्टिम हैं उनकी स्टेटमेंट के ऊपर. तो बेस्ड ऑन दैट कैंसिलेशन रिपोर्ट हैज बीन फाइल्ड.
After a long battle fought by the wrestlers, the Delhi police has finally completed its investigation. It remains to be seen whether the charge sheet actually stands the test of law. The next hearing is on the 4th of July, and the big question is, will Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh be arrested? In New Delhi with camera person Kanan Patra and Sachin Gupta, Vedant for NDTV.
And a day after the arrest of Tamil Nadu Electricity Minister Senthil Balaji by the Enforcement Directorate, a strongly worded statement by Chief Minister Stalin, who warned the centre against dictatorial actions and using central agencies to intimidate the non-BJP parties, clarifying it was not a threat but a warning. He said the DMK can retaliate and the repercussions will be serious.
இந்திய எதிர்ப்பு போராட்டங்கள் மிசா காலம்னு நாங்கள் பார்க்காத அடக்குமுறைகள் இல்லை, நாங்கள் பண்ணாத போராட்டங்கள் அல்ல. திமுக நடத்தின போராட்டங்கள் எப்படிப்பட்டதுன்னு வரலாற்றை புரட்டி பாருங்க. இல்லைன்னா டெல்லியில் இருக்கிற சீனியர்களை கேட்டு பாருங்க. சீண்டி பார்க்காதீங்க. திமுகவையோ திமுக காரணையோ சீண்டி பார்த்தா தாங்க மாட்டீங்க. எங்களுக்கும் எல்லா அரசியலும் தெரியும். இது மிரட்டல் அல்ல, எச்சரிக்கை. எனவே பொறுப்புள்ள ஒன்றிய அரசாங்கத்தை ஆளுற பொறுப்பில் இருக்கிற பாஜக அந்த பொறுப்பை உணர்ந்து செயல்படணும். எதேச்சதிகார நடவடிக்கைகளை இனியாவது நிறுத்திக்கணும்னு கேட்டுக்கிறேன்.
And in Karnataka, the Congress government led by Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister has decided to scrap the law against religious conversion, meeting its poll promise of rolling back controversial laws enacted by the earlier BJP government. The government has also decided to drop chapters on right-wing thinkers, Hegdewar and Savarkar, that were introduced by the earlier BJP government when it was in power.
Rollback time in Karnataka, reversing major decisions of the former BJP government. The new ruling Congress government has decided to scrap the controversial anti-conversion law.
See, the bill brought by BJP in 2022, that bill is going to be repealed now. And the bill what we are now bringing, will be in total in tune with the provisions of the Constitution.
Lessons on RSS founder K.B. Hegdewar and Hindutva ideologue V.D. Savarkar have also been dropped from school textbooks. The chapters were added last year by the then BJP government.
The Hegdewar, this thing we have taken, taken out, and see what has happened is same kind of things are already there. You know, a few subjects they have just manipulated and say, okay, I'll put it this way: whatever changes they had done last year and previous year, whatever was there, we have reintroduced. That's all. We have not done anything major about it.
जो एंटी कन्वर्शन बिल भारतीय जनता पार्टी लाया था, उसका अभी पाटिल जी जो लॉ मिनिस्टर है वापस लेने के बात कर रहे हैं. हम बहुत क्लियर से बोल सकते हैं ताकि वो बिल वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिल था. अगर वो लोग वो बिल को वापस लेना चाहते हैं तो हाउस और हाउस के बाहर भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी उसके प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे.
The cabinet has also decided to make it compulsory to read the preamble of the constitution along with the hymn in schools and colleges. The new law on agriculture markets that will also replace the one enacted when the BJP was in power. A slew of promises that catapulted Congress to power in Karnataka. The party has indicated more such promises, a rollback in the pipeline, like the hijab ban and also a decision on the 4% of quota for the Muslim, which was scrapped. In Bengaluru with Kumar, Shrija for NDTV.
And after what seems to be a back and forth and a brewing war between Amul as well as Nandini milk brands, now it seems to be turned for Karnataka versus Kerala. A milk war is brewing between Karnataka and Kerala. Kerala's Milk Federation has written to its Karnataka counterpart, urging it to reconsider its plans to step up sale of the Nandini milk brand in Kerala. It's also sought an intervention by the National Dairy Development Board in an attempt to protect its home brand, Milma.
After Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, milk war brewing in Kerala. Ahead of elections in Karnataka when the entry of Gujarat's Amul into Karnataka was kicking up a political storm in a teacup. Karnataka's own milk brand Nandini's foray into Kerala started facing stiff resistance.
The Nandini outlet started in Kerala. That information came to our attention during December first week or so. So middle of December, I have sent a letter to the chairman of Karnataka Federation. As I told, he happened to be one of my board members in NCDFI. Unfortunately, after giving this letter, there was no reply or there was no action from their side. When Karnataka Federation is objecting the entry of Amul, naturally, they should not do same thing in other states' milk marketing. That is what our intention.
The Kerala Milk Federation has objected to more Nandini outlets being opened in Kerala and has sought the intervention of the National Dairy Development Board.
They are opposing this for marketing purposes. They are also coming to Karnataka for their product selling. Okay. So we are also going.
Kerala has said it is unethical.
How it can be? I say, and then why Kerala people are here? See, Kerala, it is their funeral. I can't speak on their opinion. It is their wish. If they want Nandini, they will purchase. If they want some other brand, they will purchase. It is left to the consumer.
Though Nandini has entered the Kerala market, Kerala's Milma is competitively priced as it sells at ₹2 less per litre as compared to Nandini. It's an unwritten rule among milk federations not to enter into each other's market in other states. While there is no such rule with states that no companies can sell milk in any states, the Kerala Milk Federation has cited cross-border marketing of liquid milk by Karnataka amounting to blatant encroachment. In Bengaluru, with camera person Babu and Kumar, Shrija for NDTV.
And a 400-car cavalcade from Madhya Pradesh's Shivpuri to Bhopal, a distance of about 300 kilometers, marked the return of a BJP leader to the Congress, which he left during the 2020 rebellion led by Jyotiraditya Scindia. Baijnath Singh, who holds political clout in Shivpuri, had followed Mr. Scindia into BJP during the 2020 Madhya Pradesh Congress rebellion that toppled the Kamalnath government and brought the BJP back to power. Mr. Scindia, who led the rebellion, is now Union Civil Aviation Minister. But Mr. Singh, it is learnt, had been lobbying hard for a BJP ticket in the run-up to the assembly polls. But with no hope of getting one, he decided to rejoin the Congress, according to sources and with a massive motorcade. And here's where we leave you with some much needed inspiration. Among neat success stories from J&K, a young man who worked as a painter who would rush home after work to study managed to crack the tough medical exam and will fulfill his dream of becoming a doctor. Also, twin sisters who managed to qualify.
In Kashmir's Pulwama district, Umar Ahmad Ghanai is being celebrated as a hero for cracking NEET medical entrance exams. For the past 2 years, Umar has been toiling through the night to prepare for NEET, even as he spent his days working as a laborer to earn a living. On Tuesday, he was working in a neighboring village as a painter when the NEET results were declared. With a score of 601, Umar is due to get a medical college seat.
हालात बहुत ख़राब थे। मैंने मजदूरी करता था, दिन भर और शाम को मैं पढ़ता था। यही 2 साल है और दिन में लगभग 600 रुपये मिलते हैं। बाकी लोगों से यही मैसेज है कि मेहनत करो, मेहनत कभी ज़ाया नहीं होती है।
In neighboring Kulgam district, celebrations are underway in the family of Sayyid Sayyad and Imam. His twin daughters, Sayyid Tabia and Sayyid Bisma, have qualified. They have scored 625 and 570 respectively in the NEET entrance exams.
बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी हुई जब पता चला कि मैंने बहुत अच्छा स्कोर हासिल किया और उससे कहीं ज़्यादा खुशी तब हुई जब पता चला कि मेरी बहन की भी इंशाल्लाह सिलेक्शन होने वाली है। तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत अच्छा फील हो रहा है। हम दोनों बहनों ने अच्छे नंबरात के साथ नीट क्वालिफाई किया है और एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं बहुत अच्छा कॉलेज। जब हमें उस वक्त पता चला कि नीट का रिज़ल्ट आने वाला है तो हम पहले बहुत ज़्यादा डर गए थे, लेकिन जैसे ही रिज़ल्ट आउट हुआ और हम दोनों बहनों ने देखा कि हम दोनों ने क्वालिफाई किया है तो हम बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हुए। हमारे पेरेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा खुश है।
NEET results have brought joy to many families, but it is the incredible success of Umar Ahmad Ghanai which is being celebrated across Kashmir and has become an inspiration. Umar was working as a laborer to earn a living, but never gave up on his dream to become a doctor. In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi, 5NDTV.
And that's all we have for you in this bulletin. Thank you for watching.